Have you ever wondered if Sonic wears red shoes to match Knuckles' echidna fur or if it's just a fashion statement? Are you all been losing sleep over this burning question? What do we really know about Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Well, strap in because today we are going to uncover the secrets that have been hidden in plain sight since the days of 16-bit glory. Stay tuned guys for all the details. Sonic the Hedgehog has zoomed into the film industry at lightning speed, becoming a box office sensation. The video game icon made his Bollywood debut in the aptly named Sonic the Hedgehog in 2020, winning over audiences with his mix of humor and heart. The 2022 sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, outpaced expectations, cementing the Blue Blur as a cinematic franchise. Now the third movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, is racing towards its December 2024 release. With filming underway and a hint at the new villain revealed, hype is building around the return of the Rapid Hedgehog. What twists and turns will this next chapter have in store? How will Sonic the Hedgehog 3's Christmas release date benefit the movie commercially and creatively? Sonic 3 deviates from its predecessors by swapping an earlier launch for a holiday season debut. The new December 20, 2024 date positions it as a major Christmas blockbuster. The previous film's February and April releases demonstrate Sonic's box office strength across different times of a year. A winter release could utilize the lucrative holiday market to maximize profits. Christmas launches helped propel franchises like Star Wars and The Lord of the Rings to their biggest installments. Sonic 3 will hope to similarly capitalize during a peak movie-going period. The later date also allows more time to perfect the extensive visual effects. Sonic 2 boasted twice the VFX shots of the original, and the threequel is likely to up the ante further. Delaying Sonic 3's arrival into the Christmas corridor gives additional months to finesse the groundbreaking blend of live action and CG. This polished look will be vital in showcasing new environments, action sequences, and characters. Plus, the holiday spirit could infuse the storytelling and marketing, making Sonic 3 feel like an appropriately festive family blockbuster. If Jim Carrey doesn't return as Dr. Robotnik, what options exist for the character's future? Jim Carrey's unhinged take on supervillain Dr. Robotnik won over crowds. But Carrey has suggested Sonic 2 might mark his final acting role, casting doubt on Robotnik's return. Producers want Carrey back but won't recast, preferring to retire Robotnik if he departs. However, main character Ben Schwartz believes there are still options, recently telling The Playlist. He might come back, he might not come back. If he doesn't come back, I think there is definitely a way to kind of keep it going. One possibility could be a story excuse for Robotnik's absence, like being stranded in a remote location after Sonic 2's Mushroom Planet explosion. This would leave the door open for Carrey to eventually reprise the role. Alternatively, Robotnik could undergo a major reboot like using a new robot body, allowing a different actor to inherit the mantle. Recasting Robotnik with a sound-alike imitator of Carrey could also work, but Robotnik remaining off-screen yet still present via technology like AI holograms or robots may be the most elegant solution. Whatever route is chosen, Robotnik seems irreplaceable as Sonic's nemesis. Here is hoping we haven't seen the last of Carrey's unhinged evil genius. Why was Shadow the Hedgehog chosen as the villain for Sonic 3, and what excites fans about his inclusion? Sonic the Hedgehog 2's mid-credits scene unveiled Shadow as the threequel's big bad. Introduced in 2001's Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow is Sonic's arch-rival in the games. His backstory of being created as the ultimate life form provides a personal connection missing from Robotnik. Shadow represents a literal dark reflection of Sonic himself, epitomizing the evil twin archetype. This sets up a compelling ideological rivalry between the doppelgangers which excites fans. Shadow has long been one of Sonic's most popular adversaries. His tragic origins and morally ambiguous nature resonate with audiences. Having outranked Sonic as the most loved character in official polls, Shadow's inclusion reflects the filmmaker's intent on upping the ante for Part 3. Depicting Shadow's complex characterization will prove far more challenging than the simplistic Robotnik. But if done right, it could propel Sonic 3 to dramatic new heights. Shadow's live-action transition is highly anticipated, with his debut alone guaranteeing a fresh status quo shakeup. Why does Sonic 3 represent an important crossroads for the film franchise creatively? After 2 installments establishing Sonic's world, Sonic 3 must now expand the horizon. Sequels often represent turning points. Chapter 2 followed the template of the original, but Chapter 3 must be distinctive or risk stillness. With the essentials in place, Sonic 3 has license to inject more originality. The post-credit scene suggests a darker tone, facilitated by Shadow's presence. After defeating Robotnik twice, merely another round with him would feel repetitive. Shadow infuses the conflict with higher emotional stakes while opening storytelling avenues. More fan elements like new characters and locales can originally be threaded in. But despite the expanded scope, retaining focus on Sonic is paramount. Overstuffing the movie with excessive references for hardcore fans risks alienating casual audiences. The sequel struck this balance well, organically broadening the world while keeping Sonic front and center. Sonic 3 must continue this careful growth without losing sight of the heart and humor that resonated so strongly the first time around. If it pulls this off, Sonic 3 could take the franchise in exciting new directions. Which direction might Sonic the Hedgehog 3 take with Shadow's tragic origin story, and how might this be adapted? Shadow's backstory dealing with the loss of his friend Maria Robotnik provides great pathos. However, conveying such a complex narrative requires care. Straightforward origin flashbacks could feel heavy-handed, while excluding Maria entirely risks missing Shadow's emotional core. Hints seeded throughout may be most effective. Ambiguous references to Shadow's past could pique curiosity and establish his mystique. An eventual full origin reveal would then carry dramatic weight. This approach of unraveling Shadow's history piecemeal allows characters like Maria to factor in meaningfully without overburdening the runtime. If Shadow's ties to Maria and Gerald Robotnik are retained, it could enrich the Robotnik family history. Shadow having unknowingly caused Maria's death is a tragedy sure to add gravitas. But the films may craft a simplified take on these events to keep the focus on Shadow and Sonic's burgeoning rivalry. Regardless of specifics, Shadow's genesis will define his motivations. How Sonic 3 approaches conveying this backstory will significantly impact Shadow's characterization. How might Sonic the Hedgehog 3 raise the stakes from the previous 2 installments? After defeating Robotnik twice, the threat level needs escalating to sustain interest. Shadow provides this as a formidable villain, possessing similar abilities to Sonic. His motivations being more personal also raises the narrative stakes. Shadow could inflict consequences that emotionally resonate, like harming beloved characters. The scale of action can increase too, with more bombastic set pieces to showcase Sonic's powers and visual effects. More expansive settings and higher octane sequences ramp up the peril. Raising the threat level keeps the story unpredictable, makes the audience more invested, and allows the payoff of Sonic overcoming greater odds to feel more earned. What opportunities are presented by Sonic the Hedgehog 3 taking place at Christmas time? The Christmas setting allows for holiday themes to be incorporated organically. Festive decor and music-infusing green hills create seasonal atmosphere. A Christmas Eve climax against Shadow would up the dramatic tension. Creative action sequences could utilize holiday paraphernalia, like Sonic weaponizing Christmas lights against enemies. Character subplots could involve gift-giving or reflections on togetherness. Jokes about Sonic's speed-rapping presence have potential for signature humor. Promotional tie-ins like holiday-themed merchandise, decor, and snacks offer marketing value too. Overall, the Christmas time fame provides thematic opportunities to make Sonic 3 feel special as a family blockbuster. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 faces the pressure of following 2 beloved predecessors while upping the ante. The Blue Blur cinematic future rests on getting this 3rd installment right. Shadow the Hedgehog promises to take the franchise in a bold new direction if adapted effectively. Balancing expanded scope with heart will be critical, but the filmmakers have repeatedly proven their understanding of what makes Sonic tick. With his breakneck speed and trademark swagger, everyone's favorite Hedgehog looks primed to stick the landing. Sonic 3 has massive shoes to fill, but all the pieces are in place for the Blue Blur cinematic trilogy to finish in style and pave the way for more adventures ahead.